Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician. Today we're going to be going into the Tekton Screwdrivers and going over their previous USA made designs and what they've currently switched to. So over the last few months I've been telling you guys that the Tekton USA made screwdrivers are going to be changing to a manufacturer in Germany because Tekton is going to be using the company that previously made their screwdrivers to make them a different tool to free up some space or time for this USA manufacturer to create a new tool for them. So they switched their screwdriver to Germany. I don't know when they released it. My subscribers let me know about it. They released the new ones, which they will also have an insulated version as well. But I want to quickly go over, they still do have the USA made ones available on Amazon, possibly in like the outlet store on Tekton. But when you go to their screwdriver section now, it is not showing the USA made screwdrivers. They do still have their multi-bits, which are this same four-sided hard handle design, but as far as their regular screwdrivers, their tri-lobe high torque and their four-sided hard handle are no longer available in the screwdriver section on the Tekton website. So before, you could get this USA made set, very affordable, good quality screwdrivers for the price. You could get them in a black oxide blade or a chrome blade, and you could get them with this four-sided hard handle design, which I really like. Four sides, the contours and everything still allowed you to get good grip on it. I thought it was just a very clean, classic design. I really enjoyed it. I still use them daily at work. I have them right here. Really enjoy these. And you can still find them on Amazon for very, very good prices. Here you can see you can get it in the black oxide or the chrome blades and multiple different size sets as well. They also have here the high torque tri-lobe design, which also, once again, made in the USA. This one they came out with first many years ago. When I first saw these, I didn't think I was going to like them at all. Got a really good deal on them at Myers, I believe, and I was extremely impressed with how comfortable they were. Obviously, that's all subjective, handle shape, all of that. That's all subjective. It's all personal preference. So I personally really enjoyed them. You can get a lot of torque with these. Very good grip. The red is a plastic, black is a rubberized portion. You guys get it. These have been around for years. I really enjoyed them. And I was interested to see when they switched to the German manufacturer. I was wondering if they were going to try and keep the same screwdriver design or if they were going to redesign them completely. It is a completely new design for Tekton. It's not a completely new design to the market. It is most likely something you've seen before. So here are the new screwdrivers from Tekton, made in Germany. When you go to their website, you can see when you go down to the screwdriver section, drivers, you can build a set, screwdriver sets, build your own set, standard screwdrivers, insulated, which are not available as of yet. The multi-bits are still the four-sided hard handle design. But looking at these, if you guys don't know, this is the same company that made Matco screwdrivers. I have one here from many years ago. They still do offer this design. I'm not sure if they still offer it through Matco. I haven't looked at Matco in a long time, but I picked these up back in 2015 time frame. And they've been great screwdrivers. And then Matco released a new version of this, and then they have a couple different variations. So this is actually from a company, I think the German pronunciation is something like Vita. And in the US, a lot of people would say White or Wit. Doesn't really matter. I've always used to call them Wit, but they are the Max Pro. And this is identical to what I have. So you can see here the same kind of, the gray section here is actually like a felt, almost like grip, which I always thought was interesting. Wasn't sure if I was going to like it. I did like it. I like it a lot. And then they also later then released this slightly different shape for the felt area. But then they also have, I feel like this is like their basic. Like you start with this level, then you go up to this or the previous one I showed you. Not gonna lie, pricing seems pretty decent. They did say there was gonna be a price increase. I don't think the prices are horrible even when you look at the sets. So if we just go to screwdriver sets, look at them, like this 4-piece set, $28, and that's by themselves without an organizer. Here's an 8-piece set for $65 without an organizer. And they have Torx available as well, square, They have more coming soon, but just looking at this is basically Witt's or White's lowest. I want to call it like the lowest tier. And honestly, comparing it to the previous two designs, I just feel like it looks cheap. I kind of wish they would have done something a little bit different. This just reminds me of like their old China ones. Now, don't get me wrong. Quality-wise, I think these are pretty decent screwdrivers, for sure. I'm not saying that these are comparable to China screwdrivers. But I'm not going to lie, they look like a cheap design. I don't really care too much for this flat area at the bottom that you can use a wrench on, instead of like a lot of the other brands where you have your hex base or whatnot. The bolster, this is just kind of like a flat piece of plastic. Not a huge fan of it, but it's also not a feature that I typically use. There you can see the tips. There you can kind of see the back end of the screwdriver. So it is a softer tri-lobe design. It's not going to be quite as aggressive of a tri-lobe as the tri-lobe high torque design that Tekton had before. So I think pricing is good. I think quality is going to be just fine. The handle design, honestly, I'm not a big fan of the handle design. I think this was I don't know if I want to say a move backwards, because I mean, I have tons of German tools and absolutely love them, including these. I don't like the way they look, I guess. But that's, once again, personal preference. They just look very bland, and I think they should have done at least the felt design. Here's a set of 4 of the Max Pro Phillips and slotted, and this one's at $30, where the Tekton 4-piece set, I think the Tekton one sells for $28. So I mean, pricing, that's on point. It wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, at least not as of yet. But I don't know. I hope they come out with, maybe they offer this as like their low end, and then maybe release the ones with the felt inserts. So if you guys have used Vita or White screwdrivers, please let me know your guys' experience, and what do you guys think of the new Tekton German-made screwdrivers. Here you can see a little bit of information on it, designed for speed and torque. There you can see the tri-lobe design, the identification, and the size differences depending on the size of screwdriver that you're working with. Soft overmold grip. You got side markings and top markings. So in 4 locations. Does have a pass-through hole. It does just show it for hanging in a lanyard. It doesn't necessarily show it for using it as a pass-through for another screwdriver to apply more torque. Here's a little bit of information on the tip geometry and coating. Black phosphate finish. The steel blade goes roughly at what? I'd say like an inch and a half into the handle. It doesn't state anything about this base right here though, the flat section for the bolster. It does have the matte chrome as well, so it's very similar to like their nickel plating and like their more satin finish tools that they're using now. And here you can see Germany is the country of origin. So honestly, I think they're good screwdrivers. I don't think they're necessarily an improvement over what they had before. And honestly, I wish they would have went with a little bit higher end design, or I don't know. That's just personal preference. I just feel like it's just bland. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Do you guys think this is a good upgrade for the Tekton screwdrivers, or what are your thoughts? Leave it down in the comments. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.